What's up, people? Can you hear me? All right, let me stop this music. All right, everybody, welcome to Gamer2maker Industry Night. Good to see you guys. If you guys can hear me, if you guys can see me, and if everything is good, let me know in the chat. And hello, everyone. Lots of Spartans in the house. Lots of people from. Is there someone from Chile? Let me know where you guys are from. Great to see you. Ping me in the chat. Let me know where you're from, which part of the world you're from, which city you're from, and then let us get started. Tonight is going to be very interesting. Tonight is going to be something which I dare say has not been tried before. It's creatively and technically, it's something very challenging. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, so tonight what we're going to be doing, guys, is that in Gamer2maker, some of you may know me. My name is Rahul Saikal. I'm the founder of Gamer2maker. I have around 14-15 years of experience in the game industry. I work in the game industry. I'm a veteran. And a few years ago, we started Gamer2maker. Gamer2maker is a 100% online game development school. Gamer2maker was started because the game schools, game institutes, game education in India sucks, right? Lots of people spend money. There is no genuine game design, no game art, no good game programming, which is why I have been teaching at colleges. I've been doing this kind of thing for many years. And I decided to set up a genuine institute to teach people and mentor people and help people to join the game industry. And that's how Gamer2maker was born around 2.5 years ago. Now, in these last few years, we've had more than 200 students join Gamer2maker. Many students have actually already graduated. Many students have already got jobs. Many people have been placed, right? So it's all happening. But tonight is not about that, right? Tonight is about something which is very particular, and that is what we call the first mantra of Gamer2maker, right? Gamer2maker has two mantras. The first one of which is the only way to learn how to make video games is to actually make them. Theory has its place. However, if you want to learn to make video games, you have to actually build video games. And it's not just you can just sit down and watch some YouTube videos and make your own single solo project. That's a decent start. But if you really want to build skills, if you really want to build good skills, you have to make a project in a group. You have to follow industry practices. You have to come up with ideas. You have to do your market research. You have to do your pre-production. You have to build games in the way it's done in the industry. So that's what we do at Gamer2maker, right? So in Gamer2maker, we have the design stream, we have the art stream, and we have the programming stream. So the designers come up with game ideas, they conceptualize game ideas, and at the end of their program, or 6 months into their program, they actually pitch their ideas, some of whom are selected, and then those ideas are actually built. So students, the Spartans at Gamer2maker, we actually build games. They build games in groups, they team up. The artists, the designers, the programmers, they form teams, they build games. They get 6 to 8 months to build these games. And during this time, they get complete guidance for game design, for game art, for game programming, and also project management. We have a dedicated project management team, and they have done an amazing job and helping these games to come out. So today, what we're going to be doing is that the students of Gamer2maker, we have 9 teams. We have a batch system. So have the Bravo, Centaurus, and Delta batch are going to be presenting 9 games. It's going to be awesome. And the best part is that we have some amazing people from the game industry here to watch. Now, I've called all my friends, and I tell everyone, guys, network is really important. The game industry is a very small place. So I've called all my friends to the gaming industry here on the stream, heads of studios, lead designers, CTOs, etc. All my friends are here, and my friends are going to be actually watching the stream. It's a panel of game studios that's going to be watching the stream. And at the end of that, they're going to be giving their feedback. Now, the thing is, like, from a game presentation, you can't really tell about the game. So they can't say best game, but what they can do is that they can say best presentation, right? So once again, before we start, guys, these 9 teams of game makers have really, really gone through it. They have gone through so many challenges. Making games is not easy. Making games in teams is not easy. These 9 teams have really done it. They've worked extremely hard. They've had sleepless nights. They've battled scope. They've battled programming problems, art problems, design problems. We've had so many meetings. We've had late nights. They've gone through challenges. So much stuff has gone on. And I'm very, very, very proud to say that these 9 teams have finally made and presented these games. Guys, you should be so proud. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so happy that this day we have these games to present. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite our panel. Okay. Let's see if everybody can fit on the screen. Hello, people. What is up? What is up? All right. All right. I think Himanshu is probably out having dinner. He's got a glass of wine in his hand, so he's probably not going to put his camera on. Okay, he told me, यार मैं आ जाऊंगा स्ट्रीम पे आ जाऊंगा लेकिन गारंटी नहीं है कि मैं कैमरा ऑन कर पाऊंगा. ठीक है, that's fine, absolutely no problem. So let's do this. Let's start from the top. Let's just give a brief introduction. Jikku.
Yep. I'm Jikku. I'm the lead game designer of Nukebox Studios. So excited and so pumped to be here. Thank you for having me. That's the best part. I'm so excited to see those 9 games, and I can't wait to decide which is the best one.
No, not best game, best presentation, bhai. For best game, you'll have to actually play the game, right? Best presentation, best impression, right? All right, Nikhil, the one and only Nikhil.
Hey, hi Rahul. Thank you very much for inviting me, and it's great to be in presence of such amazing game developers as well. And looking forward to see these 9 game presentations, and all the very best. I'm very excited to see what games have been developed. So yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ranbeer.
Yeah, hi everyone. It's thank you so much to Rahul actually for organizing this, and I'm really excited to be here. And it's when you say like the guys have spent a lot of time in crafting their games and everything. It gives us the advantage of looking at those games or looking at their presentations at the first, and that is what excites me a lot. And I wish all the best to everyone. And I just want to look forward for getting those amazing games in front of me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Mayur.
Hey guys, this is Mayur. I'm studio chief at Hypernova Interactive. This event kind of reminds me of my own college jury, where we had to spend almost a year with a team of 5 developing a game, and we were super nervous to present it to our entire jury. So looking forward to all of your stories and the awesome games you'll be present.
Right. Awesome. And last but not the least, the one and only underdog, Vaibhav, Chavan.
Hi guys, my name is Vaibhav. I'm the founder and CEO of Underdogs Gaming Studio. Rahul, thanks a lot for inviting me here. I'm pretty excited to see all these 9 games, and hats off to you for designing this whole structure and taking these people, these kids through this whole journey, because that's something that was missing in the Indian gaming industry for a long time. And having that practical knowledge was something which was very much important for this younger generation. And I think everyone on this panel is super excited to see the pitches. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaibhav. Himanshu, are you there? Can you hear us? Himanshu? No. Himanshu seems to be MIA. No worries. TK. All right, guys. Without further ado, so here's how it's going to happen. There are going to be 9 games, and we're quickly going to go through 9 presentations, and I've given my students a time of 5 minutes each. They're going to be talking about the game, and they're going to be showing a game trailer, and they're going to be putting their best foot forward. And at the end of that, we're going to reconvene this panel, and what we're going to do is I'm going to ask all of you to select which was your favorite game pitch and the one that you like the most, right? Okay. And after that, what's going to happen is that we have a PDF of all the game pitches that's going to be put. Did I forget to put it in the description? I'm going to put it in the description of this video, where all of the audience, everybody can actually go and access these games. You can download these games, you can play the games, you can see the profiles. You can go and see the profiles of the students who have actually built these games, their LinkedIn profiles and everything. So if you want, reach out to them. If you like their work, ping them, call them, interview them, right? All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm going to start presentations now. All right. So let us do this. All right, guys. Are you ready? First game is Doppelganger.
I'm very sure after watching that video, you really want to know what is going on behind the curtain. In the next 5 minutes, Team Doppelganger will explain you how did we start the project, what difficulties did we suffer, and how did we come here at this point, at this stage. Hello everyone, I'm Vaibhav. I'm the project manager, game designer and sound designer behind this project. I'll quickly explain you how I got through the project. As for the project management, my daily tasks included the scrum calls, conduction of the team, data management, timeline management, etc. It was a fun and challenging experience for us. As for the game design, we wanted the game to be dynamic and action-filled. So that's why we introduced multiple abilities for the players to actually use these abilities to create their own fighting styles. As for the level design, we wanted the levels to be beneficial to the players. So that's why the level design is made in such a way that every crook and crevice is used by the player for their advantage. As for the sound design, the soundtrack was made keeping in mind the disturbance and the calmness in the mind of the main character. We had help from a very amazing and talented vocal artist. She recorded the main character's barks and voice lines in the game.
Hello everyone, my name is Himanshu and I am the game designer and game artist for Doppelganger. While working on the art side of Doppelganger, I got to learn a lot of different things about how characters, animations and other things work in the game and how you can optimize them properly. I got the privilege to design a lot of different characters, their personality, their outfits, weapons, etc. For the art style, we went for something called stylized realism, wherein we use photorealistic textures, shaders and lighting while keeping the stylization in place. Each character in Doppelganger has a different personality and they act according to it in the game. I also learned how lighting and perspective are an important part. Since the theme of our game was dark with horror elements, lighting played a very important role. It was a fun experience to create something from a concept to a 3D model and then seeing it live in the game.
I am Adash, working as a game designer and programmer for Doppelganger. When it comes to our player controls, we have intentionally designed them to be simple, ensuring that everyone can easily grasp and utilize them. For our user interface, we have adopted a horror theme and replaced plain text buttons with character artworks that represents each of the game modes. This can improve the user experience, keeping it both simple and visually appealing. One of the tricky tasks as a programmer was implementing the ability to aim at the mouse pointer. While it might sound simple, it was more complex than expected. Our isometric camera made it feel like there was an offset even when the player was shooting in the right direction. We are planning to fix this issue by implementing a crosshair element which will solve this issue forever. For the shooting system, we used the raycast shooting method for AR and sniper mode and bullet prefabs to create a shotgun blast effect for shotgun mode.
Hello everyone, my name is Dev Rajpal and I am one of the programmers at Doppelganger. I have had the privilege of spearheading the development of our health system, ensuring it's not only robust but also intuitive for our players. Additionally, I have delved deep in resolving the camera's issue. It was such a headache to solve all those issues, but I made sure every frame and angle enhances the gaming experience. But perhaps my most cherished work is working on the ability system. Be it the dash ability, be it the storm, be it throwing grenades, etc. Designing it was like laying down the very DNA of our characters, granting them unique capabilities. And I would like to thank my team for always being supportive, and I really enjoyed working with them.
I would like to invite you all to play our game where you become the enemy.
Become Doppelganger.
That's me. I also.
Hello everyone, welcome to the presentation for War Within. I'm Shubh Singh, the team lead, and I'll be walking you through our game and what it is essentially. So before we get into the game, let me just introduce our team to you. We have prepared a small introductory video for that. I hope you like it. Here it goes.
Hello everyone, this is Shubh Singh. I'm the team lead for War Within. I am a game programmer and have been making games primarily using Unity game engine for the past 3 years. I am also proficient in Unreal Engine 5 and the visual scripting that comes with it. Coming to War Within, I am the lead game programmer for the game. All of the programming that you see in the game, that's me. I also did the narrative designing of the game alongside Nikhil, that's our game designer. Apart from all this, I handle the cinematics and the textures and materials for all of the models in the game. Now that's about me. Now let's hear it from the rest of our team. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nikhil Garg and I'm a game and level designer with a huge passion of sharing my games with everyone. I'm skilled in ideation as well as documentation of game design documents. In this project, The War Within, I took upon the role of lead game design. I contributed to developing the initial idea into its current narrative. I also designed the levels and gameplay mechanics, intertwining them and portraying the game's story. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Bhupender Singh. I was joined the project The War Within as a 3D artist and I made 3D models for the game. Thank you.
That was our team. Now let's get into the game without further ado. So War Within is a psychological horror role-playing game which has the elements of a shooting game, a first-person shooting game to be precise. It's a 3-dimensional game and it is for computer as of now. So about the story of War Within revolves around David, a middle-aged man who is suffering from midlife crisis, and owing to that midlife crisis, he attempts to take his own life. That attempt fails, however, and he ends up in a comatose state. That's where we enter. We play as his consciousness inside his mind. It's a completely separate entity and we must now escape his mind by killing anything that is bothering David. Basically his troubles, his whatever is bothering him, we have to kill it. That take the form of a demon. So essentially we are killing David's demons. So the people that you shoot, those are David's demons. So we are not shooting meaninglessly. About the gameplay, as I already mentioned, our core mechanic is shooting, but we are planning to introduce more mechanics as we go by, such as grenades, grappling, and some mini games or some puzzles. But as of the alpha build, the only and core mechanic is shooting. About the level structure, we took a lot of inspiration from the game Gris. It's an indie game which had a level structure based around the 7 stages of grief theory, which states that there are 7 stages of
grief that a person goes through. So that's the basis for the level structure of our game. As of now, we have finished 3 levels, but for the final build, we are planning to have each level for each of the state of grief. So 7 levels overall. Now, the main part, why would anyone want to play a game? So, we believe that our game has something for everyone essentially. If you want a shooting game, you can just shoot folks. If you want a good story, if you want some psychological horror, if you want good visuals, good music, if you want tension, then this game essentially has a little bit of everything, but mostly psychological horror, obviously. So, we believe that our game has a really unique combination of most of the genres. So yeah, now that was just all talk. Let's get into the trailer of our game. Hope you enjoyed. Here it goes. So with that, we come to the end of our presentation. We hope that you enjoyed our game. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. That was The War Within. Now, next up, number 3, we have a very interesting game. This game was actually built by just 1 or 2 people, right? So, this is a game which was built by Hitesh and Ari. Now, Hitesh does pretty much everything. He's signed up for design, art, programming, everything. So, here I'd like to present Drone Mania.
Hello everyone, this is the team Divine Retribution, and today we are presenting a game which is, as you know, Divine Retribution. And this is a conjoined effort from our team, which consists of myself, Harsh. I'm the asset creator for the characters, such as the protagonist, the boss, and the enemies.
Hello, Chakshu here, and I'm the other artist who has contributed in designing all the assets and the backgrounds that you see in our game. And our lead programmer, Abhyuday, who unfortunately couldn't join us today. So he is the project manager and the lead programmer for our game. So now the high
He is
concept.
also the main lead who gave us the idea for the game.
So, talking about the high concept of the game, this is a fast-paced action side-scroller game which is similar to Castlevania and has, to define accurately with the words, a dark and grimy art style representative of the game's narrative and the world. So now let's look at the plot of our game. The plot of our game revolves around the warrior who lost everything as a result of a battle between the gods and demons and now wants vengeance on them. To seek retribution, he goes through hell and heaven. Choices in the stories allow the lead character to either accept his demonic side and grow in power or to maintain his humanity. This game is basically combining Castlevania together with the Devil May Cry and the God of War. So now, coming to the gameplay, enemies occur in the shape of demons or angels that attempts to stop the protagonist's progress. The players can dispatch these creatures using light attacks, heavy attacks, and parry. Killing archangels and archdemons, the bosses, allows the player to advance further into either paradise or hell. So now let's look at the gameplay in detail. The player can either do parry, light attack, or a heavy attack. Light attack is basically a quick jab out in front to eliminate some of the health of the demons. Heavy attack is basically a heavy stun to the enemies, which deals quite a large health. And parry is basically to parry the enemy's attack deftly. So now the gameplay. Players can mix and match these moves and abilities to make combos and unleash devastating attacks on the unfortunate souls. You are rewarded for exploring this dark world in form of extra health or new skills abilities. Now Harsh will continue.
So let's look at the main mockup of our game. As you can see on the screen, this is the gameplay of the first area, and here is our main protagonist. And on the top left, you can see that this is the healing items and the health bar. Next, moving forward to the art style, the game follows the art style, which is very dark and reminiscent of games such as Castlevania, Blasphemous, or Shin Megami Tensei, etc. And the demons and monsters are very grotesque looking, which are very vile and inhuman too, while the angels and the gods are very holy looking, you can say, which is very perfect or refined, or you can say in a royalty. Now, taking the reference from other games, the art has been taken reference from games such as Castlevania, Blasphemous, and some other Metroidvanias, which are in the same vein. Next, looking at the competitive analysis, the game has taken inspiration from games such as the Metroidvania, which boils down to the Castlevania Symphony of the Night, or Blasphemous, or Legend of the Ending, which is also a 2D action game, and these help in the platforming of the game. So, find your humanity in a game, Divine Retribution. After this video ends, and the trailer will play for our game. Please enjoy the game.
All right, guys, thank you so much. The one thing I will say, I'm seeing a lot of comments from people, right, who are used to. I'm seeing a lot of comments from people who are looking at these games and they're like, oh, they're comparing them to triple A games, etc., etc. But I just wanted to remind you guys that what you're seeing here are student games which have been built by student teams in 6 to 9 months. Now, we have some games which are made by bigger teams, which are going to be much better looking. And there are some games which are basically at alpha stage. So remember, these games are not complete. They're at alpha stage. The students are going to keep completing these games, keep making it better and better and better. Right? That's pretty much how it works. So when you are judging games based on looks, remember that these are made by students. They made the art, design, programming, everything by themselves. All right. Now, keeping that in mind, let's go on to the next one, which is Scream.
The lead game.
All right.
Hello everyone.
Sorry. Let me just.
I am Rohan Saxena, the lead game programmer and the level designer for Scream. I am responsible for most of the game mechanics and layout of many areas present in the game. Now over to Jatra.
Hello everyone, my name is Jaitra. I'm the lead 3D modeler and the lead 3D artist. I am responsible for most of the 3D models that you see in the game. Now over to Srujan.
Hey guys, I'm Srujan Sahu. I'm the game designer and the lead sound designer for Scream.
Yeah, now that you've met the team, I, Abhinav Thakur, the guy responsible for the concept and the lead game designer, will take you through a brief rundown on what we're about and what you can expect from Scream. Under the mentorship of G2M and Mr. Surya Narendran, I present to you Scream, a 2.5D narrative heavy horror game that will put you in the shoes of Josh Monroe, a disgraced police officer who scars through a mental hospital in search of his mother. However, an experiment gone wrong turns the in house schizophrenia patients into violent parasitic creatures and sets them on a bloodthirsty frenzy. Unlike most side-scroller games, Scream aims to set a basis for its environment that does its best to captivate your attention with its eerie and cold characteristics. With the story out of the way, let Rohan take you up on the game's high concept and gameplay summary. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Abhinav. Talking about the high concept, Scream is a 2.5D side-scroller horror experience released for PC, where you get the best of both worlds, platformer and horror. Your objective is to navigate through the eerie environment, brainstorm through puzzles, and fight through some freaks and reach the end goal. Now let us move over to the gameplay summary. So your primary goal is to cruise through the first section of the game, Ward Alpha, and rescue your mother, who was allegedly captured by the shady mental facility. In your journey, you will have to watch out for these aspects. First one, the freaks. In a 1v1 battle, you will come out on the top, but they are deadly in greater numbers. Now, some timed events will kill you instantly with no respawn, so get your fingers ready for some button mashing. Stay in the light, because you never know what lurks beyond it. Now, Jatra will walk you through the game art style.
So let's look at the game art style. So for this game, we went for like a realistic type of graphics with a really like dark color palette, so that like you could get into the horror aspect of the game. And we also included like a eerie atmosphere to the game. So let's look at what makes the scream louder. So first of all, like unlike most of the horror games resorting to jump scare tactics, Scream builds the eeriness with just the environment. So first we look at the puzzles, which is like with like limited time on your hands, Scream will feature hard to decipher puzzles that won't be lever pulls or find the key scenarios, and a chilling twist, a cold and memorable story that curdles your blood as you reveal the shocking twist at the end. And I would like to hand over to Srujan.
Okay, so now that you have the summary of our game, I'd like to point out that our game Scream is available on itch.io for free as a downloadable zip file. And can we move on to the next slide? And now I would like to thank you for viewing our pitch on this game. And this will be followed by a trailer that we specifically made, which also features some of my originally composed soundtrack. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. That was awesome. That was Scream. So now let's get back to Drone Mania, which had some technical difficulties, which was pretty much my fault because the volume was low.
Hi friends, I am Hitesh Panchal. I have designed and programmed the drone Mania. I have also done art part for this prototype. In the development, Ari Anand has joined as a project manager and game designer. Let's see the overview of the game. Drone Mania. Get wings. Drone Mania is the 3D game and built for the Android and PC. The game objective is to develop the player's skill to control the drone efficiently for race, stunt, and fight. This game can be played in FPP and TPP mode with 3D low poly art style. This game has 3 different modes: race, stunt, and fight. The game also has 2 basic joysticks to control the drone. The right one is for moving forward, backward, left and right, while the left one is for moving up and down with left and right view. We'll also add some shortcut controls in stunt mode and tap control for fire in fight mode. This is the main gameplay screen, where you can see there is 2 joystick on the mobile screen. By this, the player can control the drone. It has also a pause button and camera switch button. In the center top, there is a battery indicator, which shows the charge level of the battery. Right now, this game is available on itch.io, and there is also some package for APK and Windows. Let's enjoy the trailer.
All right. Thank you so much. That was fantastic. All right. Now, let us. All right. This is going to be a very interesting one. In G2M, one of my favorite genres is actually tower defense. And this is one of the most interesting tower defense games that you guys are ever going to see. It's called Kitty Store Tower Defense.
Hello, I'm Vaibhav. I'm the lead designer and project manager for the game.
Hello, my name is Jayajyoti Roy. I have been the game designer for this project.
Hello everyone, my name is Mudassir Khatri and I have been the game artist for this team.
Hey guys, my name is Nandish Mittal and I'm the game programmer for Team KST.
This is Sriram Meshwant and a design support in Kitty Store Tower Defense project.
Hi, my name is Steven. I am a game artist in this team.
Do you want to stop menacing rats from destroying eateries at your nearby supermarket? If you answered yes, then let the savior supermarket cats take over. Kitty Store TD is a cat-themed tower defense game where cats will defend a supermarket against a horde of rats causing havoc. You are in for a cutesy and dynamic experience.
Talking about the game art references, based on the game mockup and the document that we created, we had an idea to collect all the references on a Miro board. So these are references which we collected on Miro board. The idea was to have cats in cutesy and pastely color style, and for supermarket assets we wanted to have low poly art style. These are some of the concept sketches for our cats. 3 types of cats: melee, regular and sniper. If we talk about the 3D art pipeline, the 3 most important things that we wanted to make sure are: number 1, that the poly count of cat is low so that the cats are placed like on the nodes. The second thing is to model the cat in quad topology so that the cat is animated properly. And the third thing is in the texture painting phase, we wanted to make sure that the strokes are very definitive so that from a zoomed out point of view, the paint does not seem like noise.
Talking about the gameplay loop, we start off with primary setup for the level. After that, you defend your end game like level base as you go, and you will have to upgrade your placed towers while level is progressing in order to rejuvenate your placed cats. Once you finish a level, you can either retry or go on to the next level. You first place your cats by selecting your cat tower and then placing. When placing your cat tower, your cat food will be used to as a currency. Yeah, you gain cat food over time and by exterminating rats.
So continuing the gameplay mechanics, clicking on any deployed cat style will allow to upgrade and sell them. The maximum upgrades available for the cats are up to level 3. Rats are dangerous and toxic, so any passing rats will damage the turrets. Talking about the cat's attack pattern, so in order to balance the game, we introduced cat's attack patterns.
To win the game, you have to clear all the paths here and survive the time limit until the reaches to 0. If you fail to do so, the rats will destroy or steal the groceries.
Thank you for your time. And now for the trailer.
All right, guys, that was Kitty's Store. In fact, that's one of the games. In fact, when you play at the end, when that game finishes, you're like, oh man, I want to play this more. And I have to say, Jikku here is our free to play design mentor, and he has had a huge influence on our students. He has really gone deep into free to play game designs, and a lot of our free to play game, not all our free to play game design which is made on the guidance and instruction of Jikku. So all right, now we have three more left, and I would dare say these three are among the best games which are going to be coming up. I've left some of the best games for last. The last two are from the Bravo batch, and they are pretty insane. So just hang on to your horses.
Welcome, dear players and fellow game makers, to the unveiling of our game Paper Detective. As your tour guide through this epic journey, allow me to introduce myself. I am Suryansh Singh, your companion in this thrilling world of mystery and intrigue. Not only do I wear the hat, or maybe in this case the cap, of the lead game designer, but I've also helped in crafting the intricate narrative that will immerse you in our captivating universe. And as the conductor of this adventure, I bear the mantle of project manager as well. But the magic of Paper Detective doesn't stop with me. Let's unlock the vault and meet the brilliant minds that have woven this tapestry of entertainment. Each team member is a star, contributing their unique brilliance to make this experience truly unforgettable. Now, over to you guys.
Hello everyone, my name is Chavan and I worked as a narrative designer and a game designer for the game Paper Detective.
Hi everyone, so my name is Nishant and I worked as a game artist in Paper Detective.
Hello everyone, I am Bhimjiyani and I worked as the lead developer for Paper Detective.
Hey, my name is Akul Arora and I worked as a game designer on a game Paper Detective.
Welcome back. Now, you guys might be wondering, what is Paper Detective? Well, Paper Detective is a text-based mystery game made for Android devices. It's your ticket to the heart of 1907 London, where mystery and intrigue unfolds. As the detective, you'll face a web of deceit and hidden motives with intriguing suspects. Gather clues, interrogate suspects, and make choices that define your detective persona. Well, instead of telling you more about the game, why don't I just show you?
All right, guys, that was Paper Detective. And now the last two, and I would I dare say, the last two games which are among my favorites. We have Spirits of Defense, which is a tower defense game in a very, very interesting, very interesting art style.
Hi folks, I'm Panchali Shane. I'm a game designer and game artist. I'm the person who came up with the concept of Spirits of Defense and pitched it to the Spartans of G2. It was a huge hit and people who believed in the concept joined the team. Now let's meet the rest of the team. Let's start with Arnav.
Hello everyone, my name is Arnav Sharma. I'm the project manager and the game designer for this team. Let's meet Vishal.
Hello everyone, I'm Vishal, lead game programmer for our game, the code wizard of our team. Moving on to my next team member, Rohit.
Hi everyone, my name is Rohit. I worked as a game artist. The process had been a lot of fun. Let's move on to Prabhash.
Hello game lovers, I am Prabhash Ranjan. I am game designer and level designer. Let's meet Hitesh.
Hi all, my name is Hitesh Panchal and I'm as a sound designer and game artist. Let's meet Shrikar.
Hi everyone, I worked as a programmer in the team. Thank you.
Let's talk about game. Our game is a 3D tower defense with top-down perspective and unique meta loop.
Our game consists of four main elements: the defense towers, the spirit heroes, the upgrade system, and the meta game. There are three kinds of defense towers: fire, crystal, arrows, and you can upgrade your towers in exchange of gold. The spirit heroes are the spirits of your ancestors you can seek help from. There is an extra special meta game which consists of a revamped Minesweeper challenge with a unique twist.
Let's talk about the game loops. Our game is divided into two main sections, the core loop and the meta loop. Let's talk about the meta loop. The meta loop is a game of Minesweeper with a unique challenge. Open the tiles, collect loot, seal the cursed tiles with the sacred ruin, and gain an edge over the enemies in the core loop. Let's move on.
Talking about the art and design, after a lot of trial and error, we decided on the low poly and cartoon style. The inspiration behind this style were games like Kingdom Rush and Cult of the Lamb. It's moving on to the UI part.
As you can see, this is our main gameplay screen, and this is how game UI looks like. And after the gameplay, this end screen will pop and will show your score. Let's move to the... Okay.
Okay, guys, let's enjoy the trailer.
In the ancient land of Navdesh, Ojhas protected tribal kingdoms. Agira, an underestimated apprentice, delved into dark powers, becoming a destructive force. The Jyoti Mandala battled him, sealing his darkness at a great cost. Dushyant, Tejendra's last descendant, is now called to awaken his ancestral powers, guided by a vision.
All right, now for the last game of this session. And I promise you guys, this one is absolutely going to blow you away. In fact, this game is, there's actually if you come to IGDC next month, they have an indie booth, and get ready for Supercharged.
Hey there, myself Adijan, the person leading this project. As the team lead, I had many roles, from making the code architecture of this game, designing the gameplay mechanics. Now let me introduce you to Supercharge. It's not just a game, it is an FPS action adventure, adrenaline-packed experience. Imagine getting teleported into a virtual world where the only way out is navigate through obstacles and create your own path. Your mission? Return to reality, solve puzzles and conquer the challenges. But before that, let me introduce you to my team.
The part where everything starts coming together, creating imagination to execution. Being the first game project I have worked on, my role has been a designer's roller coaster. From level design to environment design and being a lighting artist, it's been a supercharged experience indeed.
Keeping things up to date in a game is a crucial thing. I'm Mohsin. I have been maintaining game design documents, making sure everyone is on the same page, and I have contributed some gameplay ideas that have improved our game experience.
I'm Sanjay. I write efficient codes, design puzzles, and handle UI UX for the game. I make sure the game runs smoothly and looks good.
I'm here to bring the game's world to life. Hi, I'm Shruti. My role, shaping the game's visuals from the ground up through its 3D art. I modeled and textured the in-game assets using render and substance paper.
Last year, we set an ambitious goal to showcase our game at the upcoming IGDC.
And we're thrilled to announce that it's happening.
Visit our indie table K4 and play a demo of our game.
And scan the shared QR code to visit our Steam page.
Your support means the world to us.
Now, without wasting much time, let me just show you the alpha trailer of our game.
Welcome to a world like no other, where the power to shape reality lies in the palm of your hand. With this extraordinary gun, I can mold the environment, creating platforms and defying gravity with my Parker abilities. But little did I know, this virtual adventure was about to become my reality. The game world became my world, a gigantic landscape mirroring my own surroundings, where the teleportation has turned me into a minuscule size. Join me on this thrilling journey, where creativity and the power of the platform making gun will pave the way. This virtual world was not without its dangers. Every corner was filled with danger and obstacles to solve. My quest is to restore the electricity that powers the computers and find a way back home. Will he be able to restore the light? Let's find out. This is Supercharged. Coming soon. Wishlist now on Steam.
All right, so that was the last of our games. That was Supercharged. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed these. Now, it has been so much work. It has been so much work. As I said, 6 to 9 months to actually build these games. And not only that, not only have they built these games, like these guys are students for the last 1 week or 10 days. They have really worked hard to prepare these presentations, right? I told them 5 days ago, okay, guys, you're having industry night. Make a trailer, make a presentation, do all your stuff. They haven't slept, right? They haven't slept much for the last 6 or 7 days because they've been really working hard on these presentations. So please give them in your where you're sitting, wherever you're sitting, give them a big hand. Awesome job, guys. All right, now let's start off and let's ask our panel about presentations. Let's go one by one. Let's ask them about their feedback, about which presentations they liked and why. Let's start off with Mayur. Mayur, can you hear me? Mayur?
So I think, fantastic set of presentations. I think quite a few of them were very upbeat, some pretty interesting concept ideas there. Uh, Overall, I'm very surprised to see, across different students, there are different quality bars, obviously, but I think everybody's done, everybody's had structure in their thinking. Everybody's had a framework by which they're working towards. And that's where I think G2M is playing a great role in providing that structure to these teams. So, apart from like general feedback, Rahul, do you want me to say on spot which I thought
Yeah,
was the best
just
presentation?
pick one. Which one you're like? Okay, I think this was the nicest one. Like I would play this kind.
Right.
Whatever.
So I think in terms of just the presentation, I think for me it's a tie between the last presentation and Drone
Supercharge,
Mania.
Drone
Yeah.
Mania. Right. Drone Mania and Supercharge. Right. So in terms of presentation, how about in terms of like which one would you play?
So in terms of the game that I would actually enjoy playing and I really wanted to see more of was Scream. Even though I haven't played the game, but just the visuals and it was so striking in terms of its visuals. Even in the little few screenshots that I saw, it reminded me of Inside and games by Playdead basically. So those visuals were very exciting to me, and I loved Inside. It's one of my favorite indie games from the last decade. That's the game that I was really drawn to.
Fantastic, Mayu. I'm sure the team will be so happy to hear. Thank you so much. All right, let's hear from Vaibhav now.
Yeah, like Mayur said, all the presentations were great. But I have, certain things that I grasp from every presentation. Like not every, but I just wanted to point out a few things. I'm definitely not going on the basis of the quality of the game, because if you ask me about the quality of the game, I would definitely play Scream, Supercharged, and the the tower defense game, the second last game. It was really beautiful, in terms of how it looked and
Yeah, that was Spirits of Defense.
Spirits of Defense, yes. But out of few presentations, I had some pointers on it, right? So uh, one was this presentation of divine retribution, right? I thought, one of the things that they mentioned in their presentation was something which is actually needed when you pitch your game, right? And that was on spot. Like when you talk about our game is X meets Y meets Z, right? It gives an understanding to the to anybody who is listening to your pitch that okay, this is your game, right? And that, I think, that was one of the most important thing that they mentioned in their pitch. And I'm just talking about the pitches, right? Out of all the pitches that I've seen, um, the Supercharged had really good editing and all that stuff throughout the video. But I think if you ask me about a decent pitch, it was Scream for me. Scream had a very decent pitch right from the start. They had a good flow, introduction to the team and the overall game. I understood their game really well from that pitch. So for me, it was Scream, but I'll definitely play, half of the games that I just mentioned.
Fantastic, Vaibhav. Like this is amazing, man. Having you guys here and giving such good pointed feedback to the teams is solid gold. Thank you so much. All right, now Jikku.
Yeah, so I mean, great job, guys. Like there were like more than a couple. I would probably say there were around 4 or 5 games that I would like to play. I wish you guys all had your own IGDC booths and stuff, so that everyone could just play these games. Amazing stuff. Coming to the games that had good presentations, right? I mean, when it started for me, I was writing everything about the War Within. I really liked the way you guys tried to explain the 7 stages of grief. I was imagining all the gameplays that would actually go around those emotions, I would say. But then came Scream. In Scream, the presentations were really good. The transitions were really good. I liked the way, the theme, beautiful. It was amazing. Until Kitty Store came in. So in Kitty Store, the reason why I really liked their presentation was because they also explained how they came up to certain design decisions. What was the thought behind coming to those certain decisions? I really liked it, and that was something that was missing in any other pitches. I would not say that this is absolutely necessary for any game pitch though, but since you had it, I would probably consider that as your USP in the entire presentations that has happened throughout, out of all the 9 ones. So I really liked Kitty Store. I really liked Scream as well. So these are the 2 standout presentations that I really liked. I am not neglecting the fact that Supercharge is also amazing. It is killer. Like Vaibhav told, like it was just like watching a movie trailer. I could probably say that, hey man, you just go launch this game and there'll be like a lot of people playing this game. So Supercharge was also really good as a trailer, as a video that has been edited. Amazing job over there. I would really, really love to play Scream and The War Within. I really liked the way how you have used the floating texts, especially in The War Within, the floating text. I really felt that I was in that delusional world. I'm in a coma. I'm not seeing visions. There's no visions in front of me, but I have no words. Like it was beautifully delusionalized, I would say. So amazing job over there. I really, really love playing that. I really would love playing Supercharge as well in IGDC. So my pick of the game with presentations, Scream and Kitty Store. Good job.
Fantastic, Jikku. As always, amazing. So once again, guys, in the description of this video, there is a link in which you can see the games, play the games, and you can also see the profiles, LinkedIn profiles of all the students. It's in the description of this video. All right. Next up, Ranbeer.
Yeah, sure. So I think, I would agree to a lot of points that Vaibhav mentioned as well as Jikku, because to me as well, from the presentation side, if you ask me, I actually went ahead and really like Kitty Store and Scream. So it's kind of a different things which they included in their presentation and how they presented the whole design, whole the game and the theme itself. It kind of you kind of feel it when you see it. So and yes, of course, Supercharge, like everybody is saying, right? It's there at the last, the bang at the last, right? It's always there. So it's there for sure, and it's on our cards as well. When we go to IGDC, it's definitely on our cards as well to to meet those guys in person as well. But in terms of, if you ask me, what I liked in KT Store is, in their presentation they also mentioned something about the currencies. So when you're targeting mobile, you also have to mention about the monetization side. Also have to keep in mind the currencies that you have to utilize during the gameplay itself. And for me, again, like in terms of playing the game as well, Scream definitely a yes. uh, I also, to an extent, not in terms of the complete presentation side, but I also felt like Doppelganger could be a bit of a fast-paced gameplay. So if that is something which can be broadened or taken ahead, I really feel that that could also include the current masses, the current kind of games that are being played. That also looks a bit solid as well in terms of the fast-paced gameplay. But yeah, definitely, if I have to say, I'll definitely go ahead with two titles for me. It's Kitty Store and Scream for me.
Fantastic, fantastic, Ranveer. So good, such amazing feedback. Thank you so much for watching these games and giving awesome feedback. All right, now the moment with everybody has been waiting for. Last, I would say, save the celebrity for last. Nikhil, what do you have to say?
Hey, hi Rahul. So it was really enjoyable to go through all those trailers. Right from the beginning, we started off with Doppelganger. I actually have made quite an extensive set of notes while I was watching them. So I really enjoyed the art style of Doppelganger as we started. It was an isometric. I believe it's like a roguelike concept, right?
Right.
So I found the presentation to be on point. It was nothing more, nothing less, exactly describing the game as it is. There were, of course, three games that stood out, in terms of my attention. Obviously, Supercharged is on top of that list, and then comes Scream, and then the last one is Spirits of Defense. What I really liked about Supercharged is that absolutely the presentation was fabulous, and I also noticed one fact that most of their team members had the wallpaper of their game in the background, which had like an amazing logo. So I mean, whenever you're working in any field, you have to live, eat, and breathe your products, right? So that was great, great voiceover, and overall, the game is just like the engine that they used, epic, right? So I'm looking forward to play the game at IGDC. Another huge game that I liked is, and I do a lot of tower defense games as well. I loved Bloons TD a lot. So I'm also leaning towards Kitty Store Tower Defense. The art style was amazing, and obviously the first presentation that really stood out was, for me personally, was Scream. Because I think overall it had a nice balance in terms of passing the conversation to each other. It was like a flame that they are passing to each other. Felt very Olympic, and the presentation was super awesome. I liked it, and it had a really good art too. Additionally, I think their team handled the overall conversation really professionally. The trailer was amazing, and of course, the sound effects and background score made the game even much more better. So those are my thoughts, and I think overall, I also have to mention an honorable mention to Drone Mania Hitesh Panchal. For making the presentation almost seem like Steve Jobs is presenting. So it had that very Apple type kind of presentation. I liked it. So overall, it was a fun evening, and obviously hats off to the effort behind War Within as well. Jikku mentioned it perfectly well. So all in all, a round of applause for everyone. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Amazing, amazing. Wow. Like I was actually just expecting like a one line from all of you guys saying this is my favorite game. But wow, like this was like all of you give such good feedback to the teams, and I'm sure they haven't slept for like 5 days, but now these guys are gonna have a good night's sleep. Really, really happy. The one thing I wanted to point out to everyone is that a big part, and Nikhil pointed out the presentation part, right? Now, a huge part of being in the game industry is not only making a product, you have to be able to present your product. So in Gamer2maker, one of the most important things we do is that we actually teach presentation skills. So from literally from the first month of the course, all our students have to actually present themselves, they have to talk about their games, and they have to overcome their stage fright. Because if you're going to be a game designer, you have to communicate. You have to be able to stand in front of people and say, "This is my idea." You have to be able to defend your idea. You have to be able to defend what you're building. And that is something that we teach as well. All right, guys. So thank you so much. We already got about 10 minutes over time. Thank you so much to all the panelists. Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, Ranbeer. Thank you, Jikku. Thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you, Mayur. Thank you so much for being here. It was amazing. And to all of our audience, once again, guys, you can find the links in the description, and I'll be sending over the same sheet to all our panelists. So if there are any team members who may like, they're most welcome to contact them and start conversations with them, etc. Right. So thanks everybody being here. This has been amazing, and I will see you guys at IGDC. All of us are going to be there at
Yes.
IGDC. Yes. So Habib ticket, run right now. Go to the website, spend money, book the ticket, take a train ticket, take a hike, hitchhike, whatever. Come to Hyderabad. You'll be meeting me there. You'll be meeting all of us there. Don't miss it. Okay, IGDC is coming up. It's the event of the year. I will see you all at IGDC. Thank you so much. Good night, and let's go.
Bye.
Good night, guys. Thank you.